Hi, welcome to Reflections of the Soul, and my name's Vanessa. Reflections of the Soul is come about based on the demand by social media, based on my entire life. And what is my life? Well, I am a natural born witch, clairvoyant, seer, medium, mother, carer, and wounded healer. All my life, I have walked this path of the mystic, and I'm here to answer, share, hopefully enlighten, guide, and help others based on my experience. Now, question I often get asked, why haven't mediums won the lottery? Good question. You know why? Because we don't have all the answers. That's why. Why isn't a clairvoyant president? Because we don't have all the answers, right? You will find my views very straightforward, very honest. I also don't do any of my work for profit. And I have very strong views regarding charlatans, and believe you me, there are many, many charlatans in this business, right? Even in the New Age business, in the so-called spirituality, which I'll have a lot to say about later on. Many of you have unanswered questions. One question that comes up a lot is everybody psychic, and do you have to be born psychic, or can only you be born psychic? Well, for me, growing up psychic was very different. However, I had no idea I was different. But at school, my first experience of knowing that I was different was being able to read a teacher's mind when I was aged 5, as she marked my book. And I could read her thoughts. I knew her fears, I knew his sadness, and I knew his sorrow. And I also knew she didn't like me. But I was 5 years old and I couldn't tell her. I didn't know I was different. It was school friends who would say to me, do you know, why is it you say things and they come true? Well, I just thought, well, doesn't everybody know these things? It's common knowledge. And they'd say, no, you say it and it comes true. So I slowly learned to keep my things to myself and say nothing, because the truth is, people say, oh, it must be great to know what you know. Great to be a medium, to be a witch, to be a seer. No, it is not at all. More often than not, it is a curse. Yes, a curse. Because I see bad when I don't want to see bad. That is a very, very hard thing to live with. Now, during these little segments that I'm going to do, I'm going to cover a whole array, bits about me, the stories and experiences I've had, but also I'm going to try and answer the questions. I get many, many, many questions, people seeking guidance for a vast array of answers. I can't answer them all, but doing this, I may be able to help you get on your own path. Now, going back to whether we're all psychic, well, I'd like to think that we all are born with a sixth sense. Some of us, it will never, ever come alive. Others, it is really dominant, such as myself, my family. It runs through the bloodline. I'm part gypsy as well, but I get my gifts strongly from my father and his ancestors, and it's carried on through the generations, right? However, I believe we all have the ability, call it your gut instinct, your sixth sense, whatever you want to call it. We all have it to a greater or lesser degree. And if you wish to develop, listen to my little segments and I will show you how and what you do need and what you don't need. and I will share with you what has helped me and what doesn't help. Now, when you're born this way, you can't escape it. There is no escape. There are times when I wish I wasn't this way. Lord, I wish I wasn't privy to the knowledge that I am privy to, because especially when it comes to lies. Lies is, it's the ruin. Right. Now, another question is how do you develop? I'll show you how. Do you need to parade around looking all mystical? Oh, by the way, this is my natural attire. I've always been crazy for colour. And now I'm 54, got me chrome, grey hair to match. Do you have to be all mystical? Nope. Nope, you don't. The most mystical people I've met have been the most unassuming human beings you are likely to encounter. You will find a witch happily wearing green wellies, digging an allotment, in touch with the earth. You will find an angel on the wards of a hospital, probably mopping the floor, not wearing the white coat. That's not to say that doctors aren't also witches. You just don't know. We come in many forms and many guises. Some practice religion. Personally, for me, religion, I don't do religion. I think all religions, Buddhism, Muslim, Christian, pagan, whatever you want, have good points. And they have bad points. What I do is take the good bits and use them. So if you ask me what is my religion, I would have to say, in the words of the late Ian Jury, who was asked whilst dying from liver cancer if he believed in God. His answer, I thought, was superb. He said, I believe in good. Same word, but it's just got another O in it. And I think that is the answer, good. What is my purpose here? Well, it certainly isn't for profit. I do this and I read for people because I want to and because I am an instrument, a conduit for spirit to work through. I take no money. And money, if you gave me all the money in the world, it would not give me the happiness or the one thing that would make me happy. That cannot be. Right? I've started this as a way of helping to heal a wound of my own. And a great bit of wisdom I'm going to give to you, which was given to me by a mentor and great friend. And that was from Dr. Bernie Siegel. And it is, when you feel bad about yourself, go and do something for somebody else without expecting thanks. And that is something I try to do every day. So with the help and the support of my husband and my son, they said, Mum, you do this. And so I'm going to address questions you have, try and help and guide you on the right path. You don't need to go out and spend a load of money on a load of bumf. You can become your own guru. And actually, I hate that word guru. If you see that word guru or goddess floating around about somebody, you know they've got an ego problem, right? That's it, simple as. Now, a medium, a clairvoyant, a seer, a shaman, a witch, they have different titles in different cultures, but they all mean the same thing. And it's just that we have privy to the other world a little bit, stronger than the average person. And we can see beyond and pierce that veil. But that does not mean that you can't either. And I will speak to you about my experiences with ghosts, which is rather funny, because what makes me laugh are these stupid programs they have on TV, whereby you have everybody with the lights off at midnight and orbs are flying round and, ooh, it's ever so spooky, screams. But let me tell you, in 54 years, I've never seen a ghost in the dark. Every single ghost I have seen is in broad daylight. With the sun, daylight. I don't know why people feel the need to think the ghosts come out at midnight. What a load of old rubbish. Utter rubbish. End of. Right. Now, I've asked people to send me in questions, right, about their own experiences. And I will give you my take on what I think can be going on, right? I want to talk very briefly before I finish this first segment, because it's just a little introduction, because I'm going to cover many, many different things, and it's so many, from tarot to tea leaves to crystals to second sight to leaving your body, how to develop naturally, what to watch out for, what to do, what not to do. And one question I was asked about is about dreams. I'm going to just glance over this quickly. And I've always called dreams your sleeping teacher. Why? Because in your dreams, through mostly symbolism, and when you learn to understand the symbolism, keep a diary by your bed, right? And it's easy to tell the difference whether you've had just a normal dream or a dream in which involved you're in touch with spirit. And how you tell the difference is this: spirits never speak with their lips. Spirit speak in thought. And when you have a dream of a deceased loved one, you will know by the way they speak. They will not move their lips, and it will come in thought, and you will know that that is a spirit dream, as opposed to just a normal everyday dream. Now, when you have a dream, interpreting the dream is the hard bit, right? Because you need to know what the symbols signify. I'll look more into this and do one segment alone on that at a later date. But I just wanted to open this up with reflections of the soul, because me, Vanessa, right? I'm a mother to 3 children. 2 of my children have severe autism. It's very hard, and I live my life with a hole in it. And I have another boy who's my beautiful earth angel and my 2 strange angels. And I'm married to a man called Ray, who I've been with for the last 27 years, right? Now, what I aim to do, and the purpose of this, is to help people through the power of social media to grow themselves. Out there, we've got a whole new age, allegedly, which is actually basically a lot of rehash stuff. You've got your secret, which has been just a load of rehash garbage from 40 years ago. It's just all getting regurgitated and retitled and remarketed. Nothing's new, right? It isn't new. It goes back, and it's just basically put out. However, the thing about books, which I will recommend, is read some, digest some, and spit the rest out, okay? And it's difficult because it's my first time on camera. Well, I have been on camera many years ago, but not as a hag, as I am now. Now, clairvoyance is the ability basically to have clear sight or second sight, right? And I am extremely strong when it comes to clairvoyance. Sometimes my gift has almost killed me because it is that powerful at times. And people say, well, it must be great to be you. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I tell you, people, my life as a mystic is no bed of roses. We are not afforded anything that you may think we are. We're not. However, I exist for this reason, And this reason is I exist to help others. And when I help others, that helps my soul. And I help others for no other reason than it makes me feel good. No profit. I take no money. I'm not interested in money. Money is of no consequence, and neither is politics to me. It does not feature in my life in any way, shape or form, right? Each segment, I don't know, it may be my first ghost encounter I may speak about, or I may speak about a question you've asked me on. It could be tarot, which I taught for over 13 years. I was the very first tarot teacher in the whole of the UK, pre-Google days, right? And I will teach you how to tune in to your own sixth sense, connect with the spiritual realm, and remember, I am only the mouthpiece of the spirit. Being born different is not an easy path to tread. The hardest part of my job is to tell the truth and yet protect from undue worry. And in the course of my life, I've read 2 lottery winners. You'd wonder, why would a lottery winner come to see me? Well, let me tell you, the lottery does not buy you happiness. It certainly does not. And the 2 people who won it both regretted winning it. Hence, I don't do the lottery, right? It's not of any concern to me. As you can tell, I'm from Liverpool, so I speak with a Scouse accent. But ultimately, beneath everything about what I do and having this site is a message. And that message was actually summed up many years ago in a song. Very simple song, and a song we all know. All you need is love. And if a clairvoyant is authentic or a medium or a witch, that is the basis that you work from. Love. Love is everything. Ego, forget it. So many people operate from the lower self, which is the ego. And when you are operating on that level, and I can spot them a mile away, I don't. I have no agenda. There isn't an agenda for me. I just started this because I was inundated for help. Please help me. Please help me. So this is the introduction, and I will share with you. Message me questions either on Facebook. I can't answer everyone. I also will try to go, which is the strongest the spirit tell me, because I am only the mouthpiece of the spirit, right? I'm going to leave you with this little thought, right? Think of your mind as a garden, right? Your thoughts are the plants you plant in that garden. If you plant lovely flowers and you nurture them, lovely thoughts and positive thoughts, they will grow. But if you plant brambles or poison ivy, that will take over and destroy your mind. So think carefully about what you plant in your mind, because in our life, what we focus on grows. Hope you've enjoyed the first segment. There's lots more to come, and have a good day. Bye for now. I'm Vanessa. Bye.